We're live. Hey everyone, good evening. It's another beautiful Thursday evening once again. Of course, it's raining here in the Philippines for the past 3 days. It's been raining hard. So, this is what we call the rainy season. And it's been raining nonstop. But I hope that everyone who's watching, you're home safe and sound. And if you do go out, please make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So, with me tonight, I have two beautiful guests with me, and they're all over. We're actually all over the world. But tonight, I have two guests from Perth, Australia, and I can't wait to introduce them to you. These are two beautiful moms, young and beautiful moms, who are also doing this business with me. So please introduce yourself as I call on you. So we have Kadek Raheni from Perth, Australia. Hello, Kadek.
Hi, hello, good evening from Perth. How are you guys? Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, anytime. And also, I have June Anthony from Perth as well. Hello, June.
Hello everyone, it's evening here. Hope everyone's well and safe.
Yeah, awesome. And for tonight, of course, in our Let's Talk topic, we're going to be talking about how to create your plan B. So, for those watching out there, if you have any comments, you have any questions, especially for our guests tonight, just post your questions and comments, and definitely we will get to them and answer as we go along. But of course, let's start. Maybe Kadek and June, maybe you can introduce first yourself to all our guests who are watching tonight.
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone. Good evening again. So, hello, I'm Kadek Raheni. I am originally from Bali, Indonesia, but I've been living here since 2016. I'm here with my husband and my little girl. I'm actually a mom of two, so I have a teenager son and a kindy girl, but my son is back home in Bali, only here with my with my kindy girl. So yeah, I'm working in the health and beauty industry, and I'm a wife, and of course, I'm a proud digital business owner. That's a little bit of me.
Awesome. So thank you for saying yes tonight, Kadek. And of course, we also have June
You're
Anthony.
most
Hi,
welcome.
June.
Hello, thanks for having me, Coach Charlene. So my name's June. I'm originally born back in Myanmar. I've been pretty much raised. Well, I came here since I was 9, so 28 years
Mm.
now, so long time. I'm a mum of two boys. One being 4.5, one 13 months. And
Wow.
I'm working as well part time as insurance specialist on the phones.
Yeah, awesome. And you know, these two women, not only are they moms, they're digital owners, and they're working on top of that in their corporate careers. All right. So, we talked about tonight's topic being how to create your plan B. But maybe for those who are watching there tonight, maybe you can discuss what exactly is the plan B for you guys. Maybe any one of you can talk about it.
Maybe I would like to say something. So plan B is for me is like a backup because especially if these last 2 years can teach us a valuable things is actually nothing is secure, nothing is
Mhm.
safe. Even though it's let's not talk about me myself as an employee.
Yeah.
Even the big company, it's shutting down. Like
Yeah.
even the one who's been working in a company for more than 10 years have a really good position, have really good salary and had a good bonus. Still, it's not secure, you know. That's
Yeah.
why plan B for me is like a backup that you can always have behind you to hold your back
Yeah.
when something happen with what you're doing, what you're having at the moment. So yeah, that is for me plan B. It's like something that have giving you this secure feeling, so
Mm.
not just rely on one thing. It's always
Yeah.
good. Like what Balinese people are saying is two is always better than one, you know.
Yeah. So it's like your
So
security blanket. Plan
but
B for
please
you
don't
is your.
take it. Don't apply to everything. Like, of course, one husband is enough. Not better. Two husbands is not better than one, or two wives. One, of course not. So just gotta think about. on in which
Hey,
condition we apply it, you know.
yeah, but Kadek, you have two kids, right? So two kids is better than one. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if I got one son, one daughter, it's like perfect. Like, yeah, that's why I don't want to have any more. Like, it's done. It's done. Two is enough for me.
How
Um,
about you, June?
Mhm.
What is the definition of plan B for you?
yeah, exactly everything that Kadesh said, I agree. There is no job security anywhere. The only safest place now is digital, and now is the best time to be having a plan B. And digital is the way to go because it's 100% web based. We are the safest being in the digital environment. I work in a call center. Definitely anything can happen being in a call
Yeah.
center environment. It all comes down to COVID being such a big thing. What
Yeah.
got me started with Plan B was when I was pregnant with my second boy, the COVID hit, and it really scared me because I started thinking like, what if I don't have a job? I have another child coming into this world. Things are going to get more harder, more expensive as the family grows, as you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just made me worry. And both me and hubby works in the same business as well, same company. If the
Oh,
job
Mm.
goes, what do we do? Bills aren't going to stop, right? So
yeah.
that made
Yeah.
me look for a plan B. Like I need it for me and my boys. Yeah, that really got me thinking with COVID and
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Um,
guys are so right on the money when you talk about that. Because
mm,
basically when COVID hit last year, like you said, a lot of people really lost their jobs. And even I myself had to shut down my business. And so when
mm,
I had to shut down my business, that meant every person on my payroll had to lose their jobs as well. And
mhm.
so, that's such a negative, vibe the whole time, because right now we are not yet over this pandemic. We're still in it.
Okay.
And so it's really high time for us to really find that plan B, like you said. It's like your security blanket. It's really on
Mhm.
top of, right? It's on top of. And maybe for some, their plan B may be a long term plan B is not having more time as well.
Mhm.
Not just adding on or padding on to their money or their earnings, but also maybe a long term plan is to have something to fall back on and not have more time for the family as well, right?
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. Yeah. Especially, I'm a mom, so I want to be able to be around my children as much as I want, as much as
Mm,
they want. So I want to be able to say yes more to them, like especially when I had to leave her at the daycare, and then when she
mm,
asked me and begging me and hugging my leg and saying, "I want to stay home with you, Mama." So I want to be able to say, "Yeah, let's go home, let's stay home,"
Yeah.
yeah.
and not to worry about, okay, we can just stay home, we can just go to the park or something like that, but without these worries behind my head saying, oh, what about the income, things like that,
Mm,
because we know that the best thing that we can give to our children is actually time with them, be there with them, because they doesn't understand, they doesn't need the material things in their age. All they need is our attention. But sometimes
mm,
because we're busy working and then we forgot that that is the most important things for them. And not to say that we forgot. It's just that we are not able to give all the time that you want from us because we're kind of busy with life, with working especially.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, having more time, having there's those flexibility is also a greatest way to explain why a plan B is needed. So,
I really resonated when you said that when kids are young, although I'm
mm,
not a mom,
mm,
right? I do understand the fact that kids have a different point of view. They
mm,
never think
yeah,
about, okay, you're working, you're out there, you're working for us, I
you need
need
to make
money. They
money.
don't think about that. They don't
Yeah,
care. They only
yeah,
think, Mom, you have to be with me. I'm more
mm,
yeah,
important than the work. I'm more important
yeah.
than money.
yeah.
And when
Because
you're
ours
not
is their
there,
world. Yeah,
exactly. And I can
Mm,
really relate because I have a lot of people who actually are overseas contract workers. So they're
mm,
working abroad and they leave their kids in the Philippines, and then they're all out there for 10 years. They
mm,
left their children for 10 years
mm.
because they needed to make an income.
Mm,
Yeah. I'm sure they don't want that to start
yeah.
with, but because the life, because the situation and
Mm,
that's the only way they knew how to provide for
Yeah.
the family. That's again, it's back to situation and the choices we made, and then what choices is available,
Yeah.
or what an accessible choices for them. So
Yeah.
we're pretty lucky we got such a great accessible choices for us
Yeah.
to choose to.
Yeah, you guys are so lucky though that I can say that you still have like a part-time job as well. That's wonderful. I really
Yeah.
like that you're very still very controlling of your life, that you still make sure that you have your own income as well. That's wonderful.
Mm. I'm so grateful. I have like a
mm,
great work environment. They're like family. And
Mm.
because now I'm living in the foreign country, and not maybe it's different with June, because June has grew up in here, while me, no, I'm not grew up in here, so it's kind of hard for me at the beginning when all my friends back home, all my family back home, and I'm here, I got no friends. And then I've been working 5-4 before, I've been working different places, and this place now it's like the best I can say, because they're
mm,
like family, they accept me for who I am, and I can share not just about work or thing. I can share anything. We can just laugh together. If I'm crying, they
Mm.
they will say things like that. I don't think I can find something like that in here originally, but then I'm blessed that I have this kind of work environment and all those beautiful girls with beautiful hearts.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
mm,
I'm kind of, yeah, I'm grateful. But that
Have
doesn't stopping me to trying to find plan B, because
of
mm,
course.
as much as
Yeah.
I enjoy it, that's not they not I mean the work and the environment's not gonna pay my bills. It's not gonna
mm.
make me secure all my life. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm truly grateful. I always say
Yeah.
this.
So
Mm.
maybe you guys can answer this question. So when we talk about the plan B, what's really the long-term big picture for you guys when you talk about your plan B? Your what is it that you want to happen for your lives?
I think the
Mm.
big thing for me is in terms of this digital businesses. What I love is which is something like I've always wanted to start my own business. It's
Mm.
always intrigued me, but as you know, starting up a business is not cheap. There's a lot of
Yeah.
startup costs.
Yeah.
What really attracted me to this business is the fact that I can leave a legacy behind for my little
Mm.
boys. That is so important for me because this day and age, we really don't know how long pension money will be around. We don't even know if we can use our super money
Yeah.
down the track. So if I can leave something that's residual income for my little boys when I leave this earth, because one day, Sally, we all have to leave and we
Yeah.
all have to leave our loved ones. I can go in peace, happy that
Mm.
taken care of. Yeah, don't know about you,
Yeah.
Kadek.
Well, I'm pretty much like, I can say I want the same thing, but for me also it's, for my long term is like I want it to be my plan A, if you know what I mean.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want
Me
this plan
too.
B to turn into my plan A, because
I agree.
I love to travel, and
Yeah.
I before this I travel back and forth, Bali here. So
Yeah.
this will certainly be my plan A
Mm.
once all the possibilities there, all the situation like support my goal. So this will be
Right.
my plan A. So then, because like June said, I can leave it to my kids,
Mm,
Yeah.
legacy. So I'll never stop. I'll keep doing it until it's become my plan A, and I don't have to have that headache choosing, okay, this plan
yeah.
A, this plan B, this will be my plan A, so I can focus on this.
Yeah. I,
Because
I
I know
truly get that.
it's mine, it's for me, it's to
Yeah.
build my own dream, not building someone else
That's
empire,
true.
someone else
What?
company and grow
Yeah.
them. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally agree. So for me, I also, when I was thinking about this business, I know for a fact that I don't want to stop where I'm working right now. So super love where I'm working right now and what I'm doing. But then I'm also wanting to do the legacy business, like what June is saying. Although I
Mm,
don't have kids, though, I
yeah.
feel that I can give this to other people, that I can just
Mhm.
Mm,
give it to them when they need it, because
Yeah.
people should not be worrying about money all the time. I mean,
yeah.
when I was working in corporate and I was so stressed all the time, I mean, it's not worth it. Getting stressed, getting burnt out, it's all about money all the time. And then you sacrifice relationships, you sacrifice your own health. It's not definitely worth it. So if I can just create this legacy business, and people out there should really have this business as well, because at the end of the day, everybody should be abundant. No one
Mm,
should suffer. No one should suffer, especially now during the pandemic. Now people are really worried about, where can I get the money for paying the bills if I'm going to go to the
Mhm.
hospital. That's why people
Mhm.
are really staying at home, because they're fearful of how much the health costs will be, because they're
Mm.
so worried, not only
Yeah.
my health, but how will my health and my monetary or my financial status, how can I pay if
Mhm.
I go to the hospital? Because
mm,
Yeah.
here in the Philippines, there's no health care. I mean, there's no, like, if you go to the hospital, you have to pay out of pocket if you don't have any health insurance. So that's really horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
mm,
really,
I
everything will be
totally
wiped out.
relate to you. Yeah. I totally relate because I know back home also the same. Is
mm,
myself, I have insurance all my life. I mean, ever since I'm earning by myself, I always have insurance. But because also the lacking of education, the lack of the information that our people back home have, they don't really realize how important it is to have insurance. Plus, don't
Mm,
have support from the government too to provide insurance for their people. So it's life is so expensive. Like
yeah.
going to hospital, you got to be ready to have money in your pocket. But in fact, even to have food on the table, it's still hard for some
Mm,
people, you know.
yeah.
So
mm.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really a
Can I
good
just
idea.
ask for you guys, when did you guys start thinking I should have my plan B? What really triggered you to start searching for your plan
Mhm.
B?
I think for me was definitely being a mom. I had that mom guilt. I still had to work. I have no choice to supply. I want to help my
Mm,
husband with the financial. The fact that I had to send both my boys to daycare, it breaks my heart. And even though I'm working, my mind is always thinking, are they
yeah.
okay? I'm just like anxious that when I get a phone call from daycare that something's happened to my kid,
Yeah.
and it always is, and incidents happen. And I don't want to live a life like that where I put my kid with strangers and anything could happen.
Yeah.
I want them to have all of me and all of my time and all the love and care that a mother can give. That got me going, as well as COVID, of course. It really scared me for job security because
Mm,
bills are never going to stop. We need a job to pay the bills and supply the food. Just
Yeah,
because over here we don't have a job, the electricity company's not going to say, "Oh, I can't
yeah.
pay you anymore."
The bills still coming. It won't stop. The bills are coming, and you gotta
yeah,
pay. Yeah,
exactly.
I
It would
know.
be nice, but that's not going to happen.
I know.
Yeah.
Even just 50% discount would be so nice.
Yeah, you wish. You wish, right? I've
Well, we
never
can only
seen
wish, right?
Yeah, I've never seen anyone, like, even when we were renting out for the company, because we had a business. The lease, or the lease, and the owner of the building never said, yeah, because you're not here, you don't pay for the rent. Yeah, right, as
Yeah,
if, right? They still
I
make
want
you
my
pay the rent.
money.
Yeah, I want my money, give me money
I
now,
don't
more than
care if you here or not.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
I'm the
really,
same.
yeah, yeah.
I'm the same. I mean, for me, it's more like because I always this independent woman. Like because I'm start work since I'm really young, and I
Mm,
provide for. I'm helping my parents because I'm coming from simple family. It's kind of also, it's in our tradition that as a children, as a kids, when we grown up, we help our parents back
Yeah.
home. And so each time I got even since I got my first salary, I always help my parents. So
Mm.
I always been this independent woman. And then that's why when I stopped working, that time I was working 5 and then found out myself pregnant, and I can't work 5 or pregnant because it's just hard. And then I stopped working for a while. I'm still looking for a job, but then it's just the condition not possible for me to get a job because I only by myself, and my hubby is working 5 or before back then. And that's why when I'm back here, I wasn't work also back here. But
Mm.
that's why in me, I'm like I need to find a way, like, because even though I can't depend on even he is my hubby, I can't depend on him because I'm not used to it.
Yeah, that's true.
I want this freedom. If I earn my money, if I want to buy something, I don't feel this guilty.
Guilt,
Oh, my husband
guilt.
working hard. He's working hard. If it's my money, I can just, if I need to help my parents back home, I'm still happy with that.
Ah, yeah,
Even though my hubby doesn't have problem with it, but
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
different when the way I
It's your
grew up, the
money.
way I've been living my life before, it's just different.
Yeah.
And of course, plus now that I left my son back home, so now that I'm earning here and I'm working, and I want to be able to travel back and forth again. So that's how I need this plan B. And digital world, it's always been my choices because I know everything moves online lately. So I want to have something that I can literally put in my pocket, and I can go with me wherever I'm going. So travel back and forth not a problem anymore. So yeah, that's how it started.
So maybe a lot of people are now asking, what is this digital business you're talking about? Right? We've been talking about, yeah, you should join, but what is it all about? Maybe you can explain a little bit to our audience out there. Any one of you can start.
Mm-hmm. June, you want to start first?
Yeah, sure. Pick
I'm
me
good.
with.
I'm good at that. June, you want to start first? I don't even copy you. Oh, no, not like that. I've been talk. To be honest, I love talking about my business. Like I can't stop talk about it. Anytime if I got spare time, even on my break, lunch break, I always doing go live and talk about the business because I'm so, to be honest, I'm so amazed because originally I wasn't expecting this huge amount of valuable things that comes into my life because of this business. I was
Mm,
originally thinking, I just wanted something online. I need a plan B. I want something online. I want something in a digital space. But then when I'm in this community, not just about business, it's about how I become, like, how I become better and better, how they give me all those valuable knowledge that I can gain. Literally every day I can learn something new,
mm-hmm.
not just from the training itself. So this like the whole package. This business is like the whole package. I find it rare because some business they just offer about business. They can give you all the technical thing. They can give you all the
Yeah,
numbers. They
yeah,
will give you this, the benefit, this, A, B, C, D. But while this one is a package, not just
yeah,
about talking business, but they give you the community, the
yeah,
program, the
yeah,
proven system, the
yeah,
automation, the
yeah,
excellent route training that you can follow, like, even though you have not, like me, I don't have experience in being a business owner because all this time I've been told, okay, you go to school, go to university, got your degree, get a good job, get a good pay, get a good bonus, and that's it. Your life will be just fine. And I never thought about having a business because it's not in my blood, I think.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
so I have no idea how am I going to do it by myself if I don't have this like
yeah.
whole package, the program, the people, and everything. So yeah, there you go, June. I started again.
Yeah, yeah, just said it all. And
I talk too much.
to add to that, I have never seen a business that is proven to the result. So when you join up, we get put into a community, and it's just so inspirational. The numbers don't lie. So we always put on our business page how the business is growing, and
Yeah.
it's amazing how like this business can like whatever you put in with this business, you can get. So there is no limit, which blows my mind. And what I love is like being us, me and Kadek, mums with boys, we're still working. We don't have time. Time is not on our hands. So
Yeah.
the fact that I can do this business as a side, 1 to 2 hours, 1 hour a day I put here and there, it's achievable, which is amazing. And it can go with me wherever I go, which is amazing. So today I was at the park. I take my business with me.
All
And
right.
our business is just, I'll always say, even though people don't get it, attraction marketing.
Yes.
So if you like the lifestyle that us business owners are living and you are keen to know what we are doing, best way
Yeah.
is to watch the webinar like we all did, which
Yeah.
explains in depth around the business model and concept. This business just blows me away. Like a debt, I can't go to sleep because I'm so excited about this business. All I think about is this business. I love it more than my day job. Uh,
I know. It's like, so
Like if so,
even if one time one friend at work, they only ask me one question, I can answer with like 10, 20 sentences because I can't stop talking about it. Like, oh my God. And they
so
even say, you're so excited about it. Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, this is the best part of my life at the moment. So I'm kind of enjoying it. Sometimes I forgot that, okay, I got other things to do.
yeah, but the thing is, you guys are okay. So when you talk about, so maybe a lot of people are gonna be asking, right? So first of all, this is a attraction marketing business, which
Mm-hmm.
means that we need to really use social media marketing. So our own social media marketing. So it's our own business, right? So first, that's clear. So what we do is ask you to join our business by signing up on our website, and then you can watch the free training. And like Kadek and June is saying, is that you're plugged into a community afterwards because you're going to be given the whole training. But at the same time, it's really like, I would say a lot of people from our business are saying it's like a franchise business as well, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're given all the tools, all you have to do is plug yourself in. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like if you have a store, so they'll create your store for you, and all you
Mm-hmm.
need to do is show up every day
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that you meet and greet the customers. So it's basically like that here. So if it's online, and I can tell you quite honestly that I've tried other online businesses, and the reason why I got attracted to this business, and believe me, it took me 3 video watches before I
Mm-hmm.
decided to really sign up. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, is that the big difference that I saw is that the back office is set up,
Mm-hmm.
whereas other businesses are, they're not going to help you with the back office,
Yeah.
and they're not going to train you how to prepare for the meet and greet. So
Mm-hmm.
here, not only are you taken care of in the back, but you're also taken care of in the front office as well, because
Mm-hmm.
they teach you all the nitty gritty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what I appreciate about this business. What about you guys?
yeah.
I know it's one question, but I don't know about the length of answer.
Uh, I love everything. I love the amazing community. I met you guys
See?
because of this blessing, this business that I've come across. I love the training. Like I am not a tech savvy person, and the training is just even my 5-year-old will get it. I think to looking at that because it's so step by step. It's so easy, and videos are there. So you don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need any business experience. If I can do it, I think anyone can. It's just amazing. Yeah, the way they've set up. I love the powerful automation what the business has. So it's doing all the work for me in the background. Once I'm set up, once I've done my training, once I've got my business set up, everything's
Yeah.
getting done for me in the back. I'm only doing 10% of it, which is the
Hmm.
meet and greet that Charlene said. Just being present and yeah.
How about you? What is it
My,
about the business that you love, Kadek?
I'm trying to think what is it if you just ask me the best, like just one thing, because like Jen said, I like everything. But because see, because I'm an emotional person, so the mastermind is my favorite thing out of all. You know how we have a weekly mastermind
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
This is like world class mastermind, because it's not, like I said before, it's not just talking about business, but they shape us to be the
Mm,
best version of ourselves, and that will make us unique. That is how there is no competition, because there's only one me, there's only one June, and there's only one Charlene in this world. So this is huge for me, because then I can just be myself. I can,
Mhm.
you know, and if at the beginning I wasn't really know what am I, who am I, like how do am I gonna brand myself. But
mm,
then by the time I keep learning in this mastermind, it teach me that all I need to do is just explore myself, be myself, and show
Yeah.
up to the world. Like, this is huge for me, and teach us how to have this self intelligence, self improvement, even teaching us
mm,
how to, suggest us to read a book that will shape your mind into a grateful person, see the positive side of most things. Because this is so powerful. I do believe how powerful is our mind is, if we,
mm,
whatever you put into your mind
Yeah.
and you visualize it, it
Yeah.
will happen. So we really need to be careful. So, and in
mm,
here, they teach us how to put the right mindset
Yeah.
being a
Yeah.
business owner. And, that's huge for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, for
Mm,
me, I think for me, aside from the back office system that I like, which is because I'm very, very, I always ask the how. And when I always ask the how, I want to know the step by step, which actually was really being provided. But the
mm,
other part of me, which is, like you said, very emotional. And what I really wanted was really the connection that this
Mm,
brought. And what
mhm,
I noticed is that I've been making more friends here, like women friends, and
mm,
around the world, which is
mm,
great. Like both of them
mhm,
are from Perth. The other
mhm,
women I've met are from Canada. The other
mhm,
are Filipinos that are in North Dakota or here
mhm,
in the Philippines or
mhm.
somewhere else in Thailand or anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So I mean that's so important for me to note. And the fact that what I notice most especially here is that people are not selfish with their knowledge.
mm,
Um,
Mm.
mm,
it's like, yeah, if
They gladly
when,
share it to us.
yeah, in the
You know,
mastermind,
gladly
in the,
share the mistake that they've done, so that we
yeah,
we don't do the same mistake. They gladly share what is work for them, the
yeah,
tips, the skills, the strategy. I don't think we can find it somewhere else. People will just
yeah,
keep the tips for themselves, but it works for them, and don't want others to copy them, and don't want others
but
to be succeed. While
yeah.
in here, everyone lifting up each other to be succeed
But I
together.
think,
So,
yeah, but I think it really started because when you start here in the business, they don't start tell you, "Hey, make money now." They don't.
mm,
yeah.
I think that the important part here is when they start you off here in this business is, do you have the right mindset?
mm,
Mm,
Which is exactly what I have here in my coaching, is really creating a new mindset which is more positive, right? Because
mhm.
our tendency as human beings, we go into the negative. It's like, yeah, that's not right. I'm sure
Mhm.
that business is a
mm,
scam. You know,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first things that come to mind every time,
That's
right?
not for me. That's
That's not
they
for me.
can do
I
it
can't do
because
it.
it's for them, not for me. Like, I'm not that person. Just the more you're trying to find the reason, the more reason you find, right?
mm,
So true. So true.
yeah,
You
To say
keep on
no. But
making
if you want to say
yeah.
yes, the more you want to find reason to say yes, the more yes you find. So it's actually depend on us.
yeah.
So, guys, so you talk about the business. What's really working for you when you look at the business? What's one thing you think, or one or two things that you notice that is really making a big difference in your life right now?
To me, like I said, like it's really big impact in me. How it's giving me the confidence, how it's giving me the I know I'm not having the huge success in money wise, but I know I have security. I can secure my future. I know I'm building, creating the life that I want to have, and I want it for my children. So this is big. Like I said, I always said how I'm not stressed anymore on the last two lockdown because I knew, all right, lockdown, then I have more time to do my business. While before this, on lockdown, I'm so stressed because I'm focused on how I'm gonna pay the bill, how am I gonna trying to find the replacement for of the income that I don't get while I'm at lockdown because I'm on casual basis, casual
Mm,
worker. So if I'm not sure up at work, I don't get paid at all, nothing.
Mm,
But
mm.
then in the last lockdown, last two lockdown, because I don't even realize it until I'm going back to work. It's like, oh, I'm not. I don't even think about it because I enjoy it being at home and then I can do this. I have more time to do my business, which I'm really enjoying at the moment. So it's huge for me. For me,
One,
because as an emotional person, like you can say I'm moody sometimes, but it's really helped me. You know,
yeah.
mm,
having that secure feeling, having that confidence, knowing that I have this
mm.
for me, and knowing that every second I put into this is for myself, for my children, for my family. That's huge for me.
Wonderful. How about you, June? What's the biggest change or what's the biggest impact to you?
I think definitely like what Kadesh said. So blessed I found my plan B because I know I used to like be so stressed that oh my God, I don't have a backup plan. This is my only source of
Mm,
that I can rely on my day job. So now I can go to bed easy that I am I've got a plan B that I'm working hard every day, showing up and being consistent. And definitely like Kadesh said, I agree. The personal development has been amazing. Um, with the business startup fee, which is I think is so it's the startup fee that we pay is nothing compared to how much they give us back. The
Yeah,
training is world class. The development, the masterminds, the fact that the business does all the work for us. Oh, there's just too much to talk about.
I
Yeah, I just
know. I even been searching, I even been searching. I want to know, like, I just want to make
what
sure
is
this
it?
is not just my thinking,
Yeah,
I'm searching an online or training
yeah,
that with the same material that they give us in the training site. Even just for one title, I have to pay like thousand
yeah,
dollars, and
yeah,
that's why oh my God. So it's not just me, like because it's not just because I'm so exciting, I'm enjoying it. I'm kind of everything looks good, feels good, but no, I'm just searching and finding out. Oh my God, it's yeah. And we don't have to pay. The good thing we only pay this little amount at the
yeah,
beginning to be into the system, and which is a, a trial to start with, right? And you can
yeah,
refund it
yeah,
within
yeah,
a month. You can refund. You can ask for refund, and you get 100% refund. And
yeah,
then this is for our whole life. We paid one time to be into
yeah.
the system using the program, the whole system. We only paid one time at the beginning, and we don't have to pay monthly fee like any other thing,
yeah.
development or business materials or knowledge or skills. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So maybe for maybe the people out there and they're saying, "Yeah, right, you're just saying all these stuff to make us feel good." But maybe
mm,
you can also share what also are the challenges that you had to overcome in starting this business.
I
hmm,
think for me, like, because I've always used social media. I love it. I do it more for like socializing and being in touch with people and telling my family back home, like,
Yeah.
what we're up to here. I think definitely the challenge for me is, like I mentioned, I'm not a technical savvy person. So using social media platform in terms of this business to in a business way, I kind of struggled a bit because I'm not used to those type of technology part. But again, because the support network is so good and the training so good, I was able to overcome it just by being consistent with it. Yeah, that's for me. Don't know about that.
How about you, Kadek?
for me is more like how it's actually myself, how I be able to switch my mindset into a business, you know,
mm,
because I'm so used to live as and think as an employee. So
Mm,
I'm not putting
mm,
myself from a business owner's view, and
mm,
it's I'm kind of struggle a little bit at the beginning. And also I don't have this confidence to start with, because how am I gonna do this? You know, how am I gonna, not to mention about tech savvy. I was a digital I was a marketing manager before, but it's offline, not online.
mm,
So that too. So I wasn't that confident. My struggle is how to put my mind into and the point of view to see this thing as a business owner, because so
mm.
used to be an employee, you wanted something
Yeah.
like, as an employee you go to work, you get paid next week, you go to work, you get paid next week, and you know what you get paid, you know. I'm working 8 hours, I get paid 8 hours, you know. But then as a business owner, learn how to invest, learn how to, you know, a lot of things. But
Yeah.
again, the training side is helped me so much.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
so
guess, yeah. So I guess it's not only really expanding our knowledge, it's really also taking over or having a shift in mindset as well.
mhm,
Because if you're
mhm,
somebody who's really used to corporate, because corporate is basically
mm,
there's a structure, right?
mm,
You
yeah,
have to do this, and it's
yeah,
already scheduled, whatever this is. Now you move on to being your own business. How do you
mhm,
manage it? What are the
yeah,
things that you have to do on a daily basis? So
mm,
yeah,
basically that's totally different, and so
mhm,
that's one of the things that you have to teach yourself, that you have to take
yeah,
charge of. And I guess
mhm,
another thing for me, like you said, like you, June, unlike you, I don't like to be in social media as much as possible. I want to be behind it and
mm,
uh,
hiding, right?
uh-huh,
So when this started, okay, so I had a Facebook before, but then I was not really that active. And now
mm,
all of a sudden, I have to be active. That's really one of the things that I had to
mm,
change in me.
mhm,
Wherein now I'm doing Facebook Live, whereas before I would not even get caught like talking in front of people.
mm,
So I'm okay to talk to people in the business, like
mm,
when I'm doing presentation,
mm,
right? And as a coach, when I do facilitation and webinar, yeah, because they're only this little group. It's not like 1 million people or 1,000
yeah,
people that you're talking to. It's different. So
yeah,
and it's a very captured audience, right? Except now
mm,
you're in public. It's totally you're
mhm,
in public, and there's always
mhm,
the fear that people, what are they gonna tell? What are they gonna say to me?
yeah,
What are they gonna talk about me? So there's always this mindset that you're going to be
mhm,
either criticized, you're gonna be
mm,
rejected. Yeah,
mhm,
people are gonna say, "What is she wearing? What is that? What does she say? She doesn't make sense." I mean,
mhm,
those are the things that's really the fear of being putting yourself out there in vulnerability. And
mhm,
I guess a lot of people have to deal with that. And just
mhm,
for me, what I did was I said, just to hell with it, just go. At the end of the day, I don't know
yeah.
them anyway. If they don't like me, it's
You're
no
not
skin
gonna
of
pay your
my
bill. Hello.
yeah, that's right.
it's
Yeah,
no skin of
You're
my
not gonna
back.
look after your children when you go to work.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. They're not gonna pay my bill.
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah.
so
Yeah.
So maybe as we wrap things up, and you can share what are really your key ingredients for your own success.
I
To
think,
me, it's
yeah.
wake up in the morning and motivate myself. Like
Mm,
Mm,
that's how I started. Like if I miss wake up in the morning and thinking about these positive things, how I want the day will be. So
yeah.
I'll miss that, and then I'm starting mess up a little bit, you know. So my
mm,
key ingredient is to stay focused and motivate myself, because no one, like, everything. Yes, we can have the best system, we can have the best program, we can have all those mastermind class, but if I can't, if I'm failed motivate myself to do it,
Mm,
nothing will
mm.
happen really. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
for
think
me.
that's true. And self-discipline, right? You really have
Yeah.
to discipline. And if I do go off track, we are human, right? We have good days, we have bad days. Sometimes we're just
Mm.
like exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really like shifting that mindset and do whatever that will get you started again, whether it's your wife, it's your kids, whether it's just picking
Yeah.
up a book. I tend to listen to music that kind of like, makes me all happy and back in zone. Reading a book
Yeah.
really helps,
Mm-hmm.
which the business has helped shown us that reading books help. And yeah, it's just that mindset, really, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it all started.
And
Mindset.
I've really shifted since I started this business using social media, not so much for entertainment only, but we're focusing on my business. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
I'm
where,
kind of like, for me, it's kind of, now each time I'm scroll down my phone, I have a purpose, if you know what I
yes,
mean. Well,
yes,
before I just scroll down, just watch whatever the phone give me to watch. But now, no, I know what I'm doing and I have a purpose, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
I
Yeah.
funny
get
you
that.
mentioned that my husband is skeptical. I've got a skeptical husband
Yeah.
in me joining.
Wow.
And he just scrolls on Facebook. I'm like, imagine you scrolling. I get paid for that as part of
You
my
got
business.
company.
Hello.
Hello, Zoe. Hello.
She misses mommy.
That's okay. We'll finish it. That's
Yeah. So, oh, why is she
okay.
crying? Why is she crying?
She can
Don't
stay.
cry. Don't cry.
Dad told her not to come because Mama
Uh,
still on.
Oh, it's okay.
It's
It's
okay.
okay. Just stay there. Just stay there. It's okay.
What about
Don't
smiling
cry.
face? It'll be better.
Smile.
Smiling
Hi.
face will be so much better.
Smile. Don't cry. No crying.
Oh,
It's
you're right.
okay. You're very welcome to stay, okay?
yeah.
You can stay.
Getting you clucky there, coach.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
you
but
can stay, okay?
yeah.
Just smile. Just smile. All
Thank you,
right.
smile.
So, oi, smile. Yeah, I guess for
Also,
for me as well, it's really just finding our groove. Like
yeah.
you said, it's really finding the determination and persistence in whatever we're doing, right?
Mm,
Being resilient, I think it's one of the
yeah.
things that were never taught to us. But I guess that's actually one of the things, never give up.
Mm,
Because if you're working right now, like for me, like you said, in corporate world, for me, it's like there's a structure already set, and you know
uh-huh.
that if you do this, you can get promoted. But here you have to do everything on your own. So if
yes.
you fail, nobody will tell you that's not right, you do it that way,
Yeah.
right?
Mm,
Unlike when you're in the corporate business, people tell you, people
That's
give you
fine.
feedback. Here you don't.
mm,
we
true.
need to we need to take care of ourselves as well. So I think that's what important as a business owner as well. So
Mm.
maybe, guys, as we end this session, for those people out there who are still thinking, maybe having second thoughts, what would you say to them to really make them just take the first step?
Yeah.
It's
Take the
it's
first step.
every
Every one of us, each one of us, start with attending the webinar, the live webinar. The webinar is live. The purpose why it's live is to give you this trust that it's real. We can
mm,
make it perfect, 100% perfect, record it, make the best video, and then present it to the world. But it's not real. I mean, not saying that everything's not real, but live. That's why we present it live because we want to show you guys that it's real. And if you have this feeling that maybe it's scam, maybe it's skeptical is normal, but
mm,
my what I can say is just do it. You know, you have nothing to lose. And when we say what's a live webinar, please do it 90 minutes from start to the end because if you just do it, watch it 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you won't get the full information.
Oh
And
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so you gotta do it, you gotta watch it 90 minutes and you got nothing to lose. All you can get in there, you can't go wrong because It's all valuable information. You got something to learn from it. Can you please do that? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for
that's so
me.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you for that. How about you, June?
Yeah, it just like Kadek said, definitely watch the webinar. I mean, we can explain the business and all these live, these interviews, but until you watch it and see it for yourself, hear it for yourself, listen to the testimonials because there's a live panel in there. You have to make that decision. We can't make it for you. Just
Yeah.
by watching it, you'll know, is this what I want to do? Or if it's not, I can tell you, you'll get value out of it, even if it's not for you.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Wonderful. So yeah, I guess for people out there, the fact that you're watching tonight may be just a signal for you that maybe this is something for you. And if you're just gonna watch it the full 90 minutes, and you
Mm,
will. There's nothing lost. It's not like you're gonna pay anything at the beginning, because all you need to do is just spend your time. So instead of you maybe watching your TikTok or scrolling
mm,
through Facebook and Instagram, take the opportunity to watch this webinar, and then make a decision of whether you want to move forward, or if it's not for you, then it's okay. It's just 90 minutes. At the end of the day, if it's really something that's very engaging and you really want to join, and it's not only about the business itself, but also the community that
mm,
goes with it, which is international community. I think, right? It's all over the
mm.
world. So join us, come join us. If you're ready, you can sign up with your name and email address, and then you'll get the link to the live webinar, or you can just watch the replay. And at the end of the day, if you do watch the live webinar, ask all the questions you want and have all your questions answered. So with that, I really truly thank you, Kadek, once again, and June, for joining me for tonight. It was such a wonderful conversation with you two moms. It's so engaging that you guys are really into this business.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye, Kadek. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. June, thank you so much. So
Thank you.
everyone, please watch and sign up for that. And if you have any questions or comments, please just write it on the comment box, or send us an email, send us a message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you once again for watching us tonight. Thank you once again for watching us tonight on our Let's Talk, and see you again next week for the Coach's Corner. Bye, everyone. Have a great night.
Have a good
Bye.
Bye bye.
Kadek and June, please wait. Thank
Yeah.
you.